I'm back. What's up, guys? FrugalBC. Today I'm going to give you an update on my eBay dropshipping store. I'm back, baby. What's up, guys? FrugalBC coming at you with another episode. And remember to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be your good friend if you do that. So go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. And so you can get all our great videos and showing you how to save money, and so you can invest more and eventually find financial freedom. So today I want to tell you about my eBay dropshipping store and give you an update. Last year, I started a eBay dropshipping store in October. Had about $30 in sales. That increased in November to over 100, and then I was on track to have probably around 800 if the trend had continued. I was really, and that's profit, by the way. That's not total sales. That's profit. That's money that goes to me. And unfortunately, around the second week of December, it suddenly shut off like a switch. I have some theories about why that happened, but I definitely don't know exactly why it dropped off. I know eBay did send me a "hey, you're drop shipping and you probably shouldn't do that" letter. It's one of the most nicely worded emails that you could get. I've heard if you drop ship from Amazon, you're just done. They just suspend you. They don't like Amazon. They pretty much tolerate everything else, including so if I personally do Walmart. I find it's the easiest. I've got the Walmart card, which gives you 5% back, which that erases a lot of eBay's fees. That helps make it more profitable for you and you can still sell it to your customers at a lower rate. So I didn't change anything. I kind of gave up on my eBay store for a little while. I didn't take any listings down. I left it up. And through January, I think January I sold one thing. And February I sold two things. So I thought, well, I guess it's like a little extra something. It's fine, whatever. Well, March is when things went bananas, and I ended up selling $85 worth of, or I should say I sold $85 in profit for the month of March. So it started to occur to me that things are going well. And then April started off really well. It's been a little slow the last couple days, but for a while toward the end of March, early January, I was selling at least one thing a day, if not a couple. I found one product that's working really well. Sorry, I can't tell you what it is, but what I will tell you is that if you put a pretty decent number of listings on, you will find one or two of those items that sell really well. And that's tended to be what's happened with my eBay store even before the shutdown. So it's been going really well. I'm happy that it's back. Almost all the sales are one particular item. Again, I can't tell you what it is, but I've had a few smatterings of other things too, so it seems to be coming back. One of the things that I also think it might have been, I experimented with AutoDS. I found it to be absolutely hot garbage. I can't believe, so I learned everything I know about eBay dropshipping from Paul Lipsky, and he's a great resource. Highly recommend his videos. So when I say that, I was a little disappointed that he recommended AutoDS when it's so terrible. I don't say that lightly, and I don't mean that as a diss against him, because I actually think he's a really good teacher. He provides a lot of value. Even if you don't take his course, he still gives you a lot of value in his. Every Tuesday he does a dropshipping Q&A. He's really kind of started to focus on Facebook dropshipping now. So I don't know if he talks about eBay as much. I haven't watched the last few videos he's done, and I want to get into Facebook dropshipping too, because actually the fees are way less. The only problem is you need to get the shipping option, and it's really random whether you have it or not. And I haven't found a good way to get it other than to sell stuff locally until it pops up. I would rather have a really specific way to do that. Now, one thing I will say, so I'm going to go through the numbers for my 90-day total, which is pretty much, most of this is March, keep in mind. So January and February was still really slow. I think I sold two things in February, so I actually came out, and they were pretty profitable items. I think I might have made like $30 in February. Oddly enough, I've not sold that item since February. And that I wish I would sell more of that, because that's a really highly profitable item. And again, really, my strategy, I will tell you my strategy. I tend to look for rollback items on Walmart that sell between 35 and 100. I don't like to go too expensive because then you really have to mark it up to keep up with eBay's fees and taxes. And I haven't figured out the taxing part of it too. That's really something I got to get on top of. I haven't yet because unless I'm misunderstanding it, and I might be, I think you have to actually have an LLC or some sort of, or a sole proprietorship. And I haven't wanted to do that because it makes my taxing more complicated. But as I grow, if this really grows, then I probably will have to. It's not very expensive to like get set up with. It makes your taxes more complicated. So what did I do? So in the last 90 days, I sold $2,200 or $2,230 worth of stuff. That's like the total what customers paid. So out of that, I made, let's see, I think it's about 10%, adding it all up. Right around 10%. I think it's around $200, maybe a little less than 10%, around $200 that I've made in profit. So that's not bad. I sold 30 total items, but that's including the few I sold this month. So I think it was around 26 for that period. This is just going 30 days back from now. So, but 30 items sold, and I've had between 26 and 32 listings. So that gives you sort of an idea of, again, like a lot of those they're just duds, and I should probably remove some of them. Paula has kind of talked about that, how they can actually slow your sales if you have things that didn't sell. So I should probably actually go through and remove some of the junk that's just never sold. But once you get an item that really takes off, when it actually gets like, you start getting momentum and you got like 4 or 5 or 6 sales on it, they kind of don't stop. It's pretty crazy. Once you get one of those, you want to hold on to them, and you really want to monitor your inventory to make sure that nothing is sold out, because once it sells out, you lose that momentum. I had this vacuum that I was selling last year, and I don't know, that wasn't an Auto Dios casualty. That was my own oops. I wasn't monitoring the inventory close enough, sold out of it, and my one that was selling almost every other day suddenly disappeared. I made another listing right away, but you lose that momentum and you can't get it back. You have to hope you get it back. So, but yeah, it's been going really well. One of the last thing I would say is make sure you keep up with your tracking IDs. Always put that tracking in. Walmart, one thing Walmart does now that kind of screws you is they're doing this same day shipping where they just send it in a van, so you don't get a tracking number, and that sucks. So you really got to be on top of it so your numbers stay low. I would say of the ones I've sold, of this 30, that's for this 90-day period, I think that happened twice. So that's a pretty low percentage. You're gonna still have a pretty good percentage of tracking numbers listed, but pretty much every morning, if I have something that shipped out, you get an email from Walmart that says it shipped out. I go put that tracking number in like almost right away. Probably within an hour of waking up. So I really want to stay on top of that. I didn't do that in the very beginning because I didn't know any better. I didn't think it was a big deal, and that was my mistake. So I have a low percentage that I had to get up. My percentage was in like the 20s or 30s, and now it's in the high 80s, but it's really hard to get to that 95 percentile where they might consider you a great seller. So anyway, that's just a little update I want to give you. I think the takeaways here is don't give up. I kind of gave up, but I left it open. Like, I didn't fully give up. I had to like mentally say, okay, this isn't working. Hopefully it'll work in the future. Let's just leave it up. When I would get a sale, it would kind of motivate me, and then I would list some more. So, list, stay on top of your inventory. A quick thing you can do is to just check. I keep a spreadsheet, by the way, of all my items. I have one spreadsheet for all my items, and then another sheet. You can just do this on Google Sheets, really simple. And then I have another sheet where I track sales, so I know exactly how much I sold each month. Highly recommend just your top sellers. Make sure you check those daily. The other ones, maybe you can probably get away with once a week if you're not selling that many or none. But make sure at least you check your top sellers daily, because those are the ones that you don't want those suddenly be sold out and you have to cancel orders. That sucks. eBay does not like eBay does not like that. So but that's it for now. Again, if you stayed this far, you must be interested, so hit that like and subscribe button. Helps us out a lot. It'll help you stay more informed, and we will see you next time.